check, check, check. What? Welcome all. How are you keeping? Things are looking up, aren't they? Splash pads opening, golfers rejoicing, my kids frolicking. All of this sounds great, doesn't it? You know what sounds bad though? Terrible audio. It can literally make or break a movie. Don't make me do my bad brain impression. I'm not doing my bad brain impression.
The only thing that matters is our plan. No one cares until I go out the man.
Seriously though, having a great microphone in your arsenal of gear can make all the difference. More importantly, knowing how to use that microphone and prep the environment whenever possible is key. And don't get me wrong, there are times when you're going to run into a situation where it's just going to be really hard to avoid a bad audio situation. I have dealt with the following. In the last video, I in fact hid one of these terrible faux pas just so I could feature the footage in this one. Let's have a look at that.
Hello again all. How are you feeling today? I know how I'm feeling. I'm sure a lot of you are too.
Hear that? It's wobbly audio. And you get that when you move closer or further away from the microphone if it's not placed in the proper position or if you're just fidgety. Shotgun mics, which are mostly used as boom mics, can suffer from this issue. The best rules are when using one of these is you need to keep it pointed right at the source, like a shotgun. The sides of it reject other types of outside noises, and that's what makes them kind of great. Now, personally, there is nothing better than a shotgun mic. It just is so versatile, has a really nice clean sound to it. But mics like lavalier mics, so mics like this, have their place too. But they also have their own problems. One of them, the main issue, is called the rub. And that's caused by clothing, hair, the cable movement itself sometimes. That can all be picked up by the microphone. The best thing to do with that is using a little gaff tape and securing it will help reduce that problem. Finally, the mic that I love the sound of the best is a cardioid condenser mic. It's got this real rich tone to it. It's used for podcasting, radio, and music production. It just has a rich sound. And the only issue with it is if you don't want it in your frame, well, it's gonna be in your frame. Finally, let's talk about the environment. A room with soft surfaces is ideal. This is not an ideal room. It has a lot of hard surfaces. Something with carpeting works best. If you're in a studio, there's a lot of foam panels and stuff to kind of cut down on the reverb and the echoes. But if you can, throwing down a couple of blankets on the floor, I actually have a couple on the floor right now, that'll help quite a bit to reduce any sort of reverb and noise. And if you're shooting outdoors with something like a shotgun mic or a boom mic, then using something like this, a dead cat, which is a terrible name for it, is gonna really help your audio quality because it's gonna cut down on all the wind that might come and, blow up against your mic, because your mic is gonna pick that up. Lastly, check your audio levels. Using headphones to monitor it, like I'm using here. Now, I wouldn't usually do that on camera, but I would check before I start filming to make sure everything sounds right, is gonna be really helpful. Having a look at the monitors, making sure nothing is going into the red on the little bars on the monitors. That indicates that your sound would be clipping, and that's when it gets distorted. You don't want that. So that'll help you, make sure you're at the right volume levels to pick up the voices, to pick up the sounds that you need to hear. And remember, beyond the voice, sound design plays a key role in a great video. So usually all the effects, the sounds, those are added in afterwards. And we do that on every video that we work on. Well, I hope all this advice about getting the best audio helps, and thank you not only for watching, but also for listening.